welcome back to my channel. So I wanted to chat with you. In fact, I'm just gonna jump right in and tell you something because this is crazy. I'm gonna read you something. It saddens us to share this with you, but this week the Stanley Hotel has made the executive decision to cease all paranormal related events and activities, including our public ghost hunts. We understand that this will be a part of a long-term strategy to separate the hotel from its associates with the supernatural and focus more on the history. We have had a fantastic 6-year run, but it seems to be the end of an era is upon us. We'll miss all of the guests and our spirits more than anything. It was an honor to share our experiences with you each week while trying to bring the paranormal into your lives. In a way that was down to earth, educational, and more than anything, fun. There was never any doubt that this was the experience of a lifetime, but of course all rides must end, and in the same way that our jobs were to study and persist the ride, there's another update. The Stanley Hotel is proud of its heritage. Part of the hotel's mission is to share the story and history with the audiences from around the world. As we head into a beautiful summer season, the Stanley will continue to offer guests the opportunity to learn about the hotel and special history, with daily history and night ghost tours, just as we have for the past decade. While the paranormal investigators offered through the winter will no longer be available, the Stanley will be offering a range of new exciting summer events and activities. The paranormal investigations operate mostly in the winter once or twice per month from 9 p.m. to 2 p.m. Probably should say a.m. As we enter the summer, we are extremely busy with weddings, events, visitors coming to the Rocky Mountain National Park, and it is unfeasible to provide event and meeting places to promote tours late into the evening. Due to concerns over our guests' experience and because this is a very small part of our touring program, we have notified Carl. If you know who Carl is, he is the seasoned investigator up at the Stanley Hotel. He was on, what was that show? Ghost Hunters Academy. So he was hired on after he got off Sci-Fi with Ghost Hunters Academy. Carl and his team won't be scheduling any more tours in the foreseeable future. We are still offering nightly ghost tours and signature Stanley events, including the Shining Ball, Murder Mystery Dinner, Halloween Masquerade, and welcoming specialty groups for business. In addition to all of this, we'll be working with the plans of Horror Film Center promoting filmmaking, theater, arts, and yes, paranormal. We are thankful to know that many of you have a heartfelt connection to the Stanley, and we hope you will assist us in best educating our fans in the true intentions and direction of the hotel. What? Excuse me. First of all, let's just depict this for 2 seconds. The first one I said, 1 second, let me find it. Quote, "We'll miss our guests and all of our spirits more than anything." Are you telling me that they're gonna leave? Are you telling me that you're gonna go through the hotel at the Stanley and be like, "You guys gotta peace out. Sorry, we're ending the paranormal, tours and investigations. Peace, see you later. Gotta move out." What? Oh my God. Why does this bug me so much? This bugs me because I've been to the Stanley Hotel probably more than any other location, because when I lived in Colorado, the Stanley Hotel was 30 minutes to 40 minutes into the west, and I'd just have to drive up there. It was so easy. This is ridiculous. I don't know why they're doing that. My assumption is, and other people are assuming, that they are somehow combining with the Marriott and Courtyard and trying to get even more business with the Stanley Hotel and trying to completely excommunicate themselves with the paranormal. Crazy part is the Stanley. So I used to have a friend that worked up there, and she knew the numbers. I mean, the big numbers of what the Stanley was bringing in. And it was over $1 million a year. It could have been maybe even $2 million. It's a lot of money. And it was all promoted through when Ghost Adventures went there and when Ghost Hunters went there. And here's the weird thing. They made even more money on top of that because Dave Schrader would hold events. That was when I would help out. And, now Amy Bruni is doing Strange Escapes with Grant Wilson from Ghost Hunters, and they're taking groups of people. In fact, I think Nick Groff was just up at the Stanley, and I guess they've told them that they're ceasing all paranormal events, and Amy Bruni can't host, and neither can Dave Schrader. So that's crazy because people, I've gone to them, and I, like I said, I would help Dave with a couple of them. People would buy these tickets that were $400 to $600, and you go to the Stanley Hotel, plus you have to pay for booking a room. That's totally separate. And you go hang out with your favorite paranormal celebrities, and then you'd get to have an overnight investigation. So I am just baffled at the fact that they would like cease this. Like, this is crazy to me. What's the point in doing it? Well, I'll tell you the truth. I told you, like, I used to be really good friends with Callie when she worked there, and they were at that point like changing a big turnover in like management. Like, a manager got fired, and then I heard through the grapevine that instead of hiring like a real manager to manage a hotel, they ended up hiring like, it was like the head chef or the head cook. And the reason they put him on as like the manager of the property is because he'd been there like the longest out of any other employee. And so they didn't even really get anybody in there that, you know, has like some sort of background in managing hospitality. So this guy came in years ago, it was probably like 2 or 3 years ago, and he started like changing things like really dramatically. And like, he got kind of a big head. He went in and like washed a bunch of the employees out, traded other employees out, and like people that had been there for like years and years and years and years. And everyone was mad and upset. And then that was when he got this like great idea. He started charging for parking. They charged for parking. Then they started this like butterfly weird thing where they had all these like butterflies nesting and like and birthing and whatnot. And I told you guys they didn't have the proper people that were taking care of these butterflies, so they had these like huge glass pavilion area and all of these dead butterflies everywhere, and it was like no one would go in to clean them up. So it was really kind of like vulgar. It was like gross, and they just changed a bunch of stuff, and it's really sad to me, like, to see that they're going down the tracks of this. I'm assuming this has something to do with management, and I can't believe, you know, if they really think that after all this time they're going to separate themselves from the paranormal, good luck. Good luck. Especially like The Shining. I don't know if you guys have been to the Stanley Hotel, but they have this huge like gift store, and inside the gift store, half of the gift store is literally like The Shining stuff, like The Shining mugs and The Shining t-shirts and the movies and the book and everything else you can think of in between. So, I mean, what are you guys doing? Plus, this place, you guys, like, it's one of my favorite places to investigate, but it is so haunted. I haven't ever gone to the Stanley Hotel and not had an experience, ever. And then, like, losing, like, Amy Bruni to do that, you know, that's probably a lot of money that she takes when she goes up there. And I don't know, it's really sad and weird, and I don't get it. But I just wanted to share it with you guys because I was like really shocked about it. And the statement they're saying where, like, you know, we're sad to see the guests go or whatever, and we're going to separate ourselves, and we're sad to see the ghosts go. Like, bro, you really think they're going to just leave like that? Like, I don't know. And I'm sure on like TripAdvisor and every other site where you can, you know, leave some sort of a review, I'm sure people have talked about it being haunted. So whatever they think, you know, is going to help them out. What I do feel bad for the most is all of the paranormal investigators that have been working up there for years. I think there's like 5 or 6 of them. God knows what they're going to do now. I don't know. So it says that into April, like 2 weeks into April, that's when they're going to stop all ghost hunts and paranormal stuff. So wow. And they were pricey. Like, if I remember, if you wanted to go on a ghost hunt for a night with like Carl and his friends and stuff, it was like $100 or $150. This is really expensive. Plus staying at the hotel, the cheapest room you can get there is like $200 plus tax. Wow. That's all I have to say. Wow. And I mean, I'm sorry, but it's never going to be disassociated with from the paranormal, no matter what you do. They're obviously trying some different route, probably desperate to make more money. I know that they made a maze, which I had a couple of friends that went up there, like, you know, the Shining maze, because most guests will go there expecting, you know, the Shining to be seen, you know, like things that they recall from the movie, and they never had a maze. So apparently they put this maze in. I haven't been there since they put it in, but I guess it looks silly, and I guess that the like hedges are very short enough where you can like walk over them. So it's not even like really a maze. So I don't know what the management's thinking, man, but you guys are like, it's not good. That's not good. So I feel bad for everyone involved that's going to lose their job and stuff. So all I have to say on that note is I hope that they peacefully give notice for eviction for the ghosts. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, and I will chat with you guys soon. Bye.